So for today, we're going to be looking at the Titans. More specifically, we're going to be looking at the Taken King armor set. If you guys don't know, we've already done the review video and the shader video. They're both right here. You guys can check it out. And we've already done the Hunter video right here as well. Definitely check them out because I do think those videos are worth it, especially if you want to see how the armor looks in shaders, or the shader video where I show you all my favorite shaders. And the Hunter set, which I think came out amazing. Granted, I think one of them needs work, but the other three are like absolutely amazing. For this video, I definitely don't think there's a bad set. I think a lot of them are really cool in their own way. Now, I will say the last two are a little problematic, and I will explain why in a bit. But for the first one, we're going to be looking at the chest piece, and I really like that one. But before that, if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, really does help because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notification because that also does help. Other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, like I said, we're going to be using the Plate of the Taken King. For the actual exotic, we're going to be using the Stoicism with the Hellenistic Principle. For the other pieces, Warnumen's Crown, Apollo's Following Gauntlets, and then the Apex Draconic Greaves. For the Shadering Dream Cycle, and I love this one. Now, you might not see it from the front, so I will showcase the back in a bit. But let me talk about a few things first. First and foremost, this chest piece is amazing and annoying at the same time, specifically because it's really annoying to shader. Unfortunately, I think this chest piece still retains the old shadering system from the old armor set, which, if you guys don't know, the older shadering way that the older way that it took shaders was that there was a glow underneath the actual armor piece, and it was just that, like, it was just a glow over the chest piece. Everything, not just like a little bit, everything was glowed, which made it really annoying because you had to turn off the glow with certain shaders. Now we don't have that option. Like, a lot of shaders don't turn off shaders anymore, or glows, I should say. So you have to be kind of like creative, which is why we use Dream Cycle. I went through a lot of shaders to actually find this one, and it's still not the best because you can definitely see it when you compare it to the arms to the chest piece. The chest piece has a little slight like whiteness to it, which is the shader. So that is a thing that I have to mention, is just the fact that the chest piece is the worst piece when it comes to shadering, but it's still really cool. So aside from that, I love this one. Let me actually show you the back as to why I love it. The chest piece with the back of the mark, I think, looks so terrifying because you look like, it almost reminds me of like Baki's dad. Like, it's just like this like muscly fucking demon looking ass thing. It looks so cool. And that's a big reason as to why I actually love this set, because of that. Now, if you were to ask me like what would be a piece I would actually switch out, it would probably be the helmet. I would probably switch out the helmet for something a little bit better, just because I'm not a fan of the horn. So I'd probably just switch it out for something else, if I'm being quite honest, and that probably wouldn't even bother me. I will say the Apex Draconic's pretty decent. But if you wanted to switch it out for something that's more like bony and hive-ish, I would not be opposed to it. I probably would say that would be the better choice if I'm being honest. Just because I'm not, like, I like the boots, but at the same time, it feels uneven, which is why I'm not a big fan of it. The right side of the scales don't look the same as the left side, which is why I'm like, I'm not sure if I like this or not. So that's kind of like my big issue. That being said, it makes sense because the Apex Draconic set, the mark actually goes on the left side, which means realistically that the scales that are coming out would clip with the mark. So that's why they did that. I'm not a fan of that. So Titans, let me know what you guys think. I definitely like the back a lot more than the front, which is why I'm like really happy with it. As for the next set, I actually think I made this one when the Veiled Tithe set came out. This is my favorite. I think I've said this multiple times, but this Titan is, when I think of my Titan when they're using the Abeyant Leapborn exotic, this is the set that I think about, and like two other ones, because I've made some amazing Abeyant Leap sets. It's a fucking ridiculous how cool Abeyant Leaps go with a bunch of the sets that I've made. This one, however, definitely my favorite. Helm of the Taken King, Veiled Tithe's Gauntlets, Warnumen's chest piece, the Abeyant Leaps, like I said, and then the Ferala's Iron Mark. Shader wise, Ego Malayan, just because I think it looks really cool with this. And yeah, there's really nothing much to say. I think the Veiled Tithe's Gauntlets goes fucking hard with the Helm of the Taken King. The Warnumen's with the Abeyant Leaps looks so amazing, and then the Ferala's Iron Mark just go, like, it's like that cherry on top, because like you see all this bone, but it's like evenly distributed, and then the like stomach area and like to the thigh is just like pure cloth. I think it's just so cool because it's like using very minimal bone. And yeah, I can gush about this for a while because it just looks amazing in my opinion. Yeah, I'm sorry, it bangs so hard. And the only other shader that I would think about using with this would be the Dreaming Spectrum. I think Dreaming Spectrum would be super fucking hard with this one as well, just because the bone is a little bit more subdued, specifically the color, and it has my favorite color, which would be like the purplish blue that shader has. So yeah, this one's the best. Like, I'm not even gonna front with y'all. Like, this is legitimately the best one here. As for the next set, so I like the set. Let me just straight up tell you right now, I like the set a lot. That being said, this set and the next set use the same shader and the same arms, which is why I'm like, this is a little problematic, but I'll let you guys be the judge of which one is the best one. So for this one, Navigator's Raiment Helm, the Gauntlets of the Taken King, the Pilot's Following Plate, Husk Crusher's Ornament for Dune Marchers, and then Mark of the Taken King. I think this one's fine. Lucid is the shader we're using, and you know what? I don't think this is the best shader for it. I think Dreaming Spectrum would have been the better shader, just because I'm already using Mark of the Taken King, which means I already have a red glow, which means I could really use any shader I want if I'm being quite honest. So I think Dreaming Spectrum would have been the best choice here, just because it would have gone a little bit harder. But Lucid is just such a good shader when you want to go for a hive theme. But again, I think I fucked up here, and Dreaming Spectrum would have just been the better choice here. Or Mercury something, I forget what it's called. It's the Vex one, the brown one. I think that one would have been a better choice actually. As for the next set, let me just show you guys right now so that way we can rip that band-aid off. So my problem with this is just the fact that the arms, I think am I using the same chest? No, I'm not. Okay. So yeah, my main issue is just the same arm and the same shader is the big problem here, because it just kind of looks like samey kind of. So exotic wise, Kepri's Horn, the arms is Gauntlets of the Taken King, War Newman's Chest, Greaves of the Taken King, and then Mark of the Pit. So this is why I think this one should have retained Lucid, because it has Mark of the Pit, which means I can't change that green, which means Lucid is just going to fit right in with this set. That being said, I would also probably switch out War Newman's chest piece, specifically because it doesn't have it. Well, I guess that's not a big problem. I was going to say it doesn't have enough folds or like boniness as the arms, but that's kind of stupid because it does. It's just not as much as like I would want. So I think the set's pretty cool. Is it the best Kepri's Horn set that I've made? Probably not, if I'm being quite honest. I think I've made some better sets. And that being said, it's not bad. If we ended up getting like a hive helmet for Titans, I think this set would be really cool with it. I don't know. I think definitely this one's the weakest one, because at least the third one, it's like, yeah, I see potential in that one. Maybe switch out the arms for something else and then change the shader, and I think it would go pretty hard. Second one is definitely the best one. First one I think is really cool, has a lot of potential. So Titans, let me know what you guys think. I had a lot of fun making this one as well. That being said, I am a little annoyed with myself of the fact that I should have just used different shaders for the last two. But again, I like to show my failures as well, just to showcase that I'm not perfect. This is kind of like how my mindset works when I make sets, where I'm like, oh shit, this looks cool as well, even though I forget that I already use either a shader or a piece. So let me know what you guys think. Remember, Warlocks, you guys are next, and you guys, your sets are cool as shit, dog. I'm super excited to showcase some of them. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all coming to this point. Remember, I'm going through a lot of content. Once we're done with the Taken King stuff, we're going to be going through probably the prophecy stuff, if I'm being honest. I mean, I probably will still have time to do some other things. That being said, you guys should know that the Navigator's Crown, which is the level season pass 200 helmet, I've already done the review video for it, or specifically the sets, because I don't do a review video for them. And yeah, those sets came out really cool. Definitely check out those videos, or that video specifically, because it's a really good set. We're also going to be going through some side stuff. So specifically, we have the good wizard for the warlocks and hunters, and then the bad wizard or warlock, whatever, for the titans. So that's probably going to be something we're going to be doing alongside prophecy, so that way you guys have some content to go through while I'm doing some other stuff. And then don't think I forgot about the Star Wars stuff. I've already done the Star Wars stuff for the first Star Wars armor set, and then the pre-order Star Wars stuff, I'm gonna get it soon. I'm gonna wait until I get paid again, And then after that, I'll pre-order and then do the armor set for that. And then hopefully we'll start doing some actual videos that I want to do. Specifically, I want to talk about Marathon, which I probably will just do after this video if I'm being quite honest. So let me know what you guys think. Appreciate y'all. Be safe. I will see you guys later.